Welcome, everybody. It's
The R.O.T.N. Oddcast.
I'm Famine.
I'm Professor White Heat.
So this is the second part to our car-themed episode, and for this one, we chose the comic book
Moonshine Bigfoot, and it's written by Mike Marlowe and drawn by Steve Ellis. Just buckle up, naysayers, as we return to some simpler years when a feller could just jump some American muscle over a dang problem and drive off into the sunset. This is what we're talking about.
So it's cars all in it. There's a couple of different like truck drivers, kind of futuristic,
But it takes
blast in the
place.
past.
It takes place like in 1980, like the same time as Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
So, could have been a crossover with the Duke Boys.
Impressive. Check it out.
Would have been something.
Yeah. So that gets us into, again, the topic is going to be cars, part 2 of this episode. And then we'll get into more car-themed subjects. Now let's get into our first track. This is going to be Motorama with Wind in Her Hair.
Now, like we always do, we'll start off with some movies dealing with cars. And since last episode was 50s to the 60s, for this episode, we're sticking to the 70s. Starting with Duel from 1971. Steven Spielberg.
Yep.
Le Mans from 1971.
And it had Steve McQueen.
Jump from 1971.
Yeah. Race car driver concept movie. Yeah. Check it out.
Vanishing Point, also from 1971.
You know all about Vanishing Point.
It's a cool movie from the 70s. It's got cars in it.
Yeah, and it got remade later on.
Yeah, it sure did. And Day of the Wolves from 1971. The Daredevil from 1972. And next we have American Graffiti from 1973.
Classic starting Harrison Ford.
And Richie Cunningham.
Mr. Howard. Was Clint in that at all? I feel like anything that Ron Howard's in, his brother's in it.
I think that was before that became
Was
a
it before
thing.
Star Trek?
It was after Star Trek.
Okay.
But Ron Howard was never in an episode of Star Trek.
Yeah,
Clint
but
Howard
Clint was.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's like crazy. That's a great episode.
But Ron Howard's in a lot of car-themed movies, which we'll get into in a little bit. But yeah, his name's all over the board.
You know what I did? I just recently watched American Graffiti recently, and
It's such a good movie.
There is a scene where they're driving by a movie theater, and
Yes.
the movie theater is playing Dementia 13.
Amazing.
Dementia 13 is like a B movie that Francis Ford Coppola made in the early 60s when the movie when that movie takes place.
Amazing.
And what's crazy is the reason I even know any of this is because I was watching Incredibles 2.
Yes.
And Incredibles 2, they are going to the movies, and
Dementia 13.
Dementia 13 is the movie they're going to go see.
You know, Incredibles is my favorite Pixar movie because a
The
lot
first
of the
one, you
things.
mean?
The first one,
Yeah,
but I mean,
the second one's still good.
it's all the small nuances in the background and shit
Oh,
like that
yeah,
that makes
for
it
sure.
so spectacular.
Oh, dude, the Incredible Car. Incredicar?
Fuck.
The
Yes.
credit card?
We'll get into actual cars.
His car's pretty incredible.
From movie cars in the next episode. So,
stick
around.
Stick
for
around.
That.
That was a preview. The Sugarland Express from 1974 was
Steven Spielberg.
a Steven Spielberg movie.
First appearance of Goldie Hawn.
That wasn't her first
Not a first appearance, but early.
She was in a TV show before
Yeah.
that, but that was like an early movie that she was in. That was a
Yeah,
plane.
she was a go-go dancer in Laughing.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That was actually my favorite Goldie Hawn version was from Laughing. But
No,
anyways.
my favorite Goldie Hawn
Overboard?
I love Overboard so much. It's like Jack Burton gets married.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have a lot of I think it's my favorite romantic comedy movie. But
Really?
Herbie Rides Again.
Hey, back for
From
more.
1974, you couldn't get enough of him the first time.
There you
He's
go.
so darn lovable. Gone in 60 Seconds, the original from 1974. It's all about stealing cars, man.
There you go.
And it's the 70s, so it's super cool.
Yep.
Or you're just racing cars in White Line Fever in 1975.
Not to be confused with Professor White Heat.
Yep. Yes. But White Line Fever.
Professor White Heat Fever.
Death Race 2000 takes place in the near future of the year 2000.
Yep.
And there's a continental road race where you get points for running people over. David Carradine stars as Frankenstein as his character, and he wears like a black
Vinyl daddy.
Yeah.
It's like a leather daddy, but it's a vinyl
And
daddy.
he wears like a mask. It's
Yeah.
great.
It's really cool.
It's really good.
His car is like a lizard theme. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah. Flash and Firecat from 1975.
Yep. Another kind of Turner and Hooch style car. Not really, but I'm just kidding.
There's Moonrunners from 1975.
Well, not to be confused with Moonshine Bigfoot.
But very similar in concept.
There we go.
Now let's get into our second track. This is Holy Motors with
Matador.
I don't worry, I ain't got no friends to talk to on the stay or should I look for more? Drive off-road for things worth finding for. Creepy mind is back inside my room again. Far ahead on the road behind the moon. After everything you've softened wrong, I know who's the man that I can call. The matador, the matador,
Alrighty, and then from 76, we have Writing with Death, which is actually featured on Mystery Science Theater 3000. We have Cannonball from 1976. Eat My Dust, starring Ron Howard from 1976. The Gumball Rally from 1976, which was kind of like It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of the same concept. Crash, the first one from 1977. Smokey and the Bandit. Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo from 1977,
My
starring your
gosh.
favorite actor of all time,
Don
Knotts.
Knotts. Yes,
Yeah.
he is actually. Absolutely.
Don Knotts, tying it back to Ron Howard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Why is that tying it back to Ron Howard? I don't understand.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
It's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but it's 6 degrees
I
of
didn't
Ron
even
Howard.
think about that. Yeah, for
There you go.
sure.
Blowing your mind.
I mean, if
Driving you off a cliff.
I am going to have to ask Ron Howard about Don Knotts if I
Yeah,
ever
dude.
meet him. Yeah.
How was
wow.
Don Knotts? Was he as goofy as he was in person?
Yeah.
All right, and then after that we have Grand Theft Auto. Yes, Grand Theft Auto from 1977. There was a movie before the video game. Now, in the next episode, we're going to dive into the 80s, which we'll talk about video games. But for now, we're going to talk about Convoy from 1977.
Yeah, dude.
Now, Convoy has a really cool scene where 2 big rig trucks crush a cop car. Remember that scene?
Of course.
Amazing.
Yep. It's Chris Christopherson, right?
Yep.
Is in that movie? Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen that one.
Now, dealing with
More moonshine.
Moonshine again, we have Moonshine County Express, which was actually what Moonshine Bigfoot was inspired by. From 1977.
Again, that movie does not have Bigfoot in it.
We have Texas Detour from 1978. We have High Riders from 1978. Fucking car gang movie. We have The
Cool.
Betsy from 1978. Stingray from 1978. 0 to 60 from 1978. And then Mark Hamill,
Oh, Corvette Summer.
Corvette Summer,
yeah, I've seen-
1978. Mad Max from 1979. We have Burnout from 1979. Now, let's get into our third track. This is A Car That Swims with Famous.
Finally reached the top now. Can you believe it? It wasn't easy. watching from the screens at the edges of the seas. Is killing me. If you ever feel like giving up, remember other faces looking up at you. Admiration. To be famous, when I was famous, but you can't change it. Can't your ego get in the way of? There's nothing left to be afraid of. We conquered all of our demons. We spend the rest of our days just dreaming. Instead of wondering the best way to be. If you ever feel like giving up, remember other faces looking up at you. Admiration.
Now, let's get into TV cars. We have the A-Team van, the Mystery Machine.
Yep.
Now, that was a funky van, dude. Let me tell you, that's a crazy paint job.
What about another van?
A van that's got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hanging out in
Yeah,
it, the Turtle
dude.
van. You know who's got a cool van? The Punisher.
Your favorite?
The Punisher battle van is pretty infamous because, like, it definitely evolved over time, and it did make an appearance in the animated, like, the
Spider-Man?
90s Spider-Man.
Which is the best version?
Because
Because
it had
he
a
had
lot of-
like a watch that he would talk to, and the van would shoot guns out, and he
Yeah.
would like catch the guns.
Yeah.
So good, dude.
A lot of technology. We also have the Fooey Mobile from Hong Kong Fooey, the car from Heathcliff, the Monkey Mobile from the Monkeys, the Wonder Bug,
Yep.
but from the Bugaloos. I think that's from
Y'all
the
know what the
70s.
Bugaloos is?
Almost as bizarre as the Electra car from Electra Woman and Dyna Girl.
So Bugaloos was Cinemarty,
And
and
so
so
was
was Electra Woman and Dyna Girl.
yes.
Yeah.
Now, Rob Zombie was inspired by this particular vehicle.
You know, I'm not a big fan of Rob Zombie, but I do respect him because of his horror lore knowledge.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Do you remember the Cribs episode from MTV?
It was one of the better episodes
It
because
was
he had
the
a lot
only
of
good episode.
He had a lot of cool stuff at his
From
house.
the Haunted Mansion. He literally designed his bedroom after the bedroom scene in the Haunted Mansion. It's incredible.
But we didn't get it. I don't remember what kind of cars he was driving at the time, but he did
have a song.
He did have a song called Dragula, and Dragula, it was one of the cars that the Munsters drove. It was his grandpa's like race car.
It was amazing.
It was a
fucking
coffin.
gold
Coffin.
speckled coffin.
Yeah, it was great.
I need
And
a figure of that.
They also had another like daily driver.
Yeah, the main car was kind of a drag strip car as well.
Yeah. There was the Ferrari Testarossa from Miami Vice from
White's amazing.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
There was the 1976 Ford Gran Torino from Starsky and Hutch. Let's get into our fourth song, and this is Jaguar Sun with Car Keys.
How you've grown. Don't worry about a thing. Just got those car keys. Driving to the rain. Driving to the rain. To the night, the day is done now. Be alright. Don't worry about a thing. Just got those car keys. I'm driving to the rain. I'm driving to the rain.
Now, what about toys that deal with cars, like the Tonka trucks from 1946 to now?
1946 is a long time for making metal trucks.
Yeah,
but you
dude.
know what, dude? It's a huge deal.
Yeah. We have Matchbox that ran from 1953 to now. Cars that smashed on the side.
Those were Hot Wheels.
Those
were
were
smash them
amazing,
ups. I forget
Yeah.
exactly what they're called, but
Those
yeah, and
were
it was
fucking
incredible.
interesting
Because they used the same kind of like technology
He-Man.
that He-Man used
Yep.
with the battle armor.
Yep.
Yeah, those were great. I had those
Super
for sure.
cool, dude.
I had a cop car and I had a taxi.
Do you remember the ones that had the keys that you would pump and it would shoot them out?
Yep, of course, dude. Those were
What
so
were
cool.
they called, dude? Those are dope.
Those were really cool.
Yeah.
What about the
Anyways,
penny racers? Remember those?
Yeah, you would put the penny in
the
them
back,
and it would. Yeah.
Awesome.
What's the science behind that? Anyways,
Yeah, I don't know.
what's the science behind GI Joe cars?
Oh, it's supposed to be like super futuristic. Like this
Well,
is cutting edge military technology.
Originally from 1965 was the very first version of the GI Joe.
It was a Jeep.
Cars.
It was a Jeep.
After that, of course, we had the Transformers and GoBots, both from 1984.
Yep. Power Wheels.
Power Wheels. Do you ever have a Power Wheel?
Uh,
You know, to drive it as a kid.
I don't remember if I did. I know that
Did Dustin? I
Dustin
feel like
did.
Dustin would.
Dustin did.
Yeah, for sure.
Dustin had one.
I feel like he would have thrown a whiny fit if he didn't get one.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
He probably did anyways.
Hey, happy birthday.
By the way, yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Slice. Okay, and then after that, we have Mask. Now, we talked about the cartoon and one of the best theme songs of the 80s, but the toys were amazing as well. After that, we had the fastest talking man alive doing the commercial for Micro Machines from 1987. We talked about this. We have the Animal from 1984. You guys remember the Animal?
It was a truck that had big wheels, and out of the wheels came claws, like animal claws.
Speaking of car toys, let's get into our fifth song. This is going to be the Rolling Blackouts Coastal Fever with their song,
Cars in Space.
Trace your hands around the wheel. Your face, it shines in the flicker of the film. It sounds like rain. I hear the beating in my
talk comic book car themed characters like Robbie Reyes, aka the Ghost Rider.
Of course.
Clown Car Killer from Nailbiter.
The Nailbiter series.
What about Trucules from Venture Bros?
Venture Brothers was a combination between Hercules and a truck. It was hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Yep.
We have Monster Truck, who was a character from Dial H for Hero.
Remember
from
Dial
DC.
H?
I do remember Dial H, yeah.
And they would turn into Monster Truck was one of the characters that they turned it, and they always turned into like the most bizarre
Yep.
superheroes, and I was one of them.
There was the Phantom Racer from Scooby-Doo.
They had a lot of good ones
The Wraith Car Driver
from Scooby-Doo.
from Scooby-Doo.
Not to be confused with Wraith, which we'll get into next
the
episode.
Wraith, the movie. Krabby Cabby from Power Rangers. Now, let's get into our last track. This is Beach House with Black Car. Thanks again to Phat Collectables. Thanks for letting us film here. Thanks for Squelch, aka Explode, for drawing our logo. And thanks to you for watching.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment if you missed your favorite car-themed subject. Now, don't forget, we're going to be expanding this into a couple episodes. So if you missed it, we might mention it in the next episode.
Or
so
we
stay
might
tuned.
just forget it entirely.
Leave a comment and we'll think about it. Maybe
Yep.
we'll mention it in the next episode. Thanks. Peace.
You want to go inside the cold. It's like a tomb, but it's something to hold. And in the time before it ends, when the stillness bends,
will drive further down
will
the topic.
drive
We will
further
drive
down.
Further down. That's good. I like that. Yeah.